You're listening to Breakfast with Pablo on Spirit 1260 Karatha.
We caught up with Peter Maslen, drummer from Boom Crash Opera, earlier this morning because they are playing at Finacle Festival this Saturday night. Can't wait to see them, and with Maz we discussed everything from politics to the old days of big hair and video clips.
Spirit.
Now, you guys formed in Melbourne back in 1985, and you guys have had a stellar career, releasing 7 albums. You've had an EP, The Great Wall, that reached number 5 on the ARIAs back in 1986. Is that still one of your proudest singles?
Yes, it is, because it was a defining moment for us. Because, look, I must say that back then, things were a little different in terms of the way you could reach the dizzy heights in the charts. And we didn't even realise that number 5 was a big issue, and it's so hard to get up there anyway. And everybody else was jumping for joy around us. We go, oh, yeah, I suppose it's okay, you know. And since then, we've never had a single to go that high up the charts. It's a different landscape now.
It was an amazing single, and you followed it up with Onion Skin off These Here Crazy Times, which spent more than 12 months in the ARIA National Top 40. You achieved double platinum. How proud are you of that album?
Oh, you can always, you know, there are always good little notches on your bedpost, you know, or on your mantelpiece to remember the old the heady days of all that. But, you know, look, I must say a lot of that was, we toured a lot because we had to sustain a living, and also that's what you did back then. So I must say that any success we had back then is kind of almost clouded by the agony of touring, which really took it out of us for many years.
Do you still love getting up there on the stage and performing to the fans?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, really. You know, a lot of heritage acts, and I call us a heritage act because we have been around for that long. We get up there, and you know what? We actually play the music better than what we did when we were young fellas. You know, we might have been hard and fast back then, but we can still punch out a pretty big sound, you know, at our age, I must say. And we really love it. And we actually enjoy being with each other too, so which is sort of a rarity.
I was just watching a few of your video clips this morning, and I've got to say, it must be very surreal for you to watch them so many years after. But one thing that really stands out to me is the hair. There's hair in every shot.
Yeah, well, that's like a lot of things. There's not a lot of that anymore. You know, there's one thing. There's actually a few things you can't help. You know, you can't avoid death, taxes, and losing your hair eventually if you're a male.
Is it really surreal to watch those old video clips?
You know, to be honest, I actually don't. I never watched them, I'd have to say. I haven't seen any of them for years. I just don't. I don't like looking at them, only because I know it so well, the edits and all that sort of stuff. It's, you know, I'd rather watch something I haven't seen before, I think.
So you won't be going on YouTube right after this interview then?
No, I don't sit at YouTube. I don't sit there till 3 in the morning watching all our videos.
Now, lastly, Maz, politics is a huge subject in Australia at the moment, and for you guys, back in 2002, I remember this one, Robert Doyle, opposition leader in Victoria back then, he took your song to use it as his theme song. Today, if you had to choose a song for both Kevin and Tony, what would they be?
We don't have a song called Egomaniacs, but
is there a new album coming out then?
There is, actually. We have a greatest hits coming out, and another coinciding with it called Rattle It Out, and there's lots of unreleased stuff on there. So, and it's called Rattle It Out, and it's got a little the other unreleased stuff's called The Lost Things. So I reckon The Lost Things, both of those guys are the lost things. That's what we should call it.
Well, I hope I get the opportunity to back announce that and dedicate it to those two on radio in the near future.
Well, it's which egomaniac you want to vote for, that's what I say.
Spirit.